ฝากกดติดตามและกดไลค์กดแชร์ CBN Thailand
Jerusalem Deputy Mayor Flor Hassan Nahum played a key role in establishing the embassy.
When I was approached by the Indigenous Coalition for Israel about a year ago about their dream to open an embassy in Jerusalem, I couldn't think of a better expression, and this was before the war.
The coalition chose the Friends of Zion Museum as its home.
They're coming from all the different cultures, and guess who's leading the way? The evangelicals. It's the evangelical indigenous leaders that are coming in from all over the world to represent their groups, and they'll be the ambassadors for this indigenous embassy.
So we stand here with you today in your eternal city and declare that as indigenous peoples, we recognize that Jews are the indigenous people of this land, and we stand with you in your struggle.
Dr. Sherry Trotter, co-founder of New Zealand's Holocaust and Anti-Semitism Foundation, established the Indigenous Coalition for Israel.
I set that up as to provide a platform for Indigenous peoples to stand in support of Israel, because I recognise that in my own country, the anti-Israel voices amongst our Indigenous people were very loud and dominating the narrative, and I just felt that we needed a way to push back on that and to show that there are a lot of Indigenous people who stand with Israel.
Trotter says October 7th led to a wave of accusations against Israel.
Almost immediately, we were hearing, it's like a placard, 75 years of colonialist oppression, as if that's some sort of a reason for Hamas to attack Israel. So how do we counter that? Well, we have to retell the story. We have to educate. We have to get the truth out there.
Trotter says the truth is the Jews have decolonized the land. That means they came back to their original homeland.
Our message tonight was, first of all, we love Israel. Most of the people of South Africa love Israel and the Jews.
Members of South Africa's Khoi Messianic tribe signed a covenant with Israel last year after their government charged Israel with genocide at the International Court of Justice. Tribe members offered an apology.
We are totally disappointed and horrified by the actions of the ANC government with their case against Israel. Unfounded, it does not have any factual basis. And we say to the people of Israel, we apologize for what our government did.
These groups see the Jews as the original indigenous people.
That's why God using our indigenous people to come and support the Jews.
We are coming alongside of them as one new man, grafted in, and just being amazed what the Lord has done through the people of Israel, the covenant people of the land.
Dr. Ate Mwala came to represent the South Pacific Kingdom of Tonga.
We not only pray, but we come to stand with the indigenous people of Israel, the Jewish people, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
They also wanted to show their support of Israel in one of its darkest hours.
Today, more than ever, after October 7th, and after the persistent delegitimization of Israel and the Jewish people by detractors who want people to think that we are colonizers in our own land, instead of the truth, which is that we are the biggest decolonization project in history. This is a way to show the world that indigenous people connect with other indigenous people.
Prayer leader Rick Riding sees this as more than a ceremony or celebration.
I feel it was a birthing. There have been a lot of people for a long time who have realized that the indigenous people had a key role to play in God's purposes for Israel, because he said in the scriptures, from the ends of the earth, they were to proclaim the Lord's sovereignty and care for Israel. And so they're here, they're proclaiming it. So he's birthing something new for the indigenous people at the same time that he's using them to comfort Israel and to deal with the whole lie that the Jewish people are not the indigenous people of the land. As you heard tonight, one after another got up there and so clearly said, no one could be more indigenous than the Jewish people are.
Many believe the opening represents the Bible coming to life.
The word of the Lord says, that from the ends of the earth we hear singing, Glory to the righteous one, and from the rising of the sun to its setting, his name will be praised.
May this embassy be a forerunner for the day that all tribes and nations will come up to Jerusalem.
Chris Mitchell, CBN News, the Friends of Zion Museum, Jerusalem.